I kind of like that name. Volume.
Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome to the channel. If you are new, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. We're going to be going over a few things here. It's Selene and a few other characters coming in and talking about your currency and budgeting and whether you should pull these characters or not, just to give you a little bit of foreshadowing to what's to come. We're approaching the end of the month, therefore the new season is going to start soon. And this is the next character coming out, Selene, Horseman of Famine. Objective card. Have 3 cards with no abilities in place. Steal 5 power from an enemy card here. Spicy. So, we are getting this weird rock deck formulated into the game. I don't know if she's going to be necessarily a part of it. You can probably fit her in. Rocks have no abilities. That being said, is she worth your coins? I think she's going to be pretty fun. I think she's a solid unit. I don't think she's outstanding. I don't think she's bad. I think she's in the middle of the pack, usable. If you like her art, if you like the idea of using rocks, if you like the idea of using Squirrel Girl, probably, anything without abilities, essentially, you could look at her. Cards are going to be very... This next deck we're kind of getting is going to be very interesting because if your cards don't have abilities, you can't really get countered by too much, except for, in this case, Killmonger, because rocks die to Killmonger, unless you protect them, which you can do. There's a Series 5 card out there that you can use that will literally make your 6 cost and your 1 cost indestructible, essentially. So that's very interesting. Now, I will say this. When it comes to weaknesses, Cosmic Ghost Rider is definitely going to be probably her biggest weakness, and... I blanked. What else? Luke Cage. Luke Cage, Cosmic Ghost Rider, probably her biggest problem counters. If she's in her own location, maybe a deafening chord. It just depends on if you or like a Red Guardian. If she's in her own location, it could potentially target her. She's not exactly, you know, big, but we'll see. Now, the limited event dropping along with her, or like along with her, is Ozymandias. Rocks. The theme of the month. Objective, rocks. He's a 5/9. He's a big boy. You're ongoing. Your rocks have +3 power. Imagine building a rock deck and winning with it. That's funny. He'll be a limited time event. I think it's an overdrive. So make sure you do get him. I think if you want to build this deck, like this Ozymandias, Selene, Sandstorm deck that's coming, you might want to pick them up. You might be missing a few cards here and there, but I think for the overall deck building process, it will be relatively easy. Just be warned, Killmonger lurks, and if you're not protecting your stuff, he's going to wipe your board, and it will not be fun for you. But if you have the proper cards, you'll be good to go. So... Ozymandias, limited time event card. I did talk to the community devs and gave them some feedback, hopefully for the next Portal events. I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of sick of them picking like these cards that are like kind of butt cheeks for the Portal event. Not all the time, just like, you know, lately these Portal event cards have been kind of mid. So I passed them the idea of being like, hey, let's do we should do community polls for like the Portal characters. And they're going to run that back to the devs, and I think that'd be a better way of doing it. Obviously, it's going to be from a batch bundle of like whatever it is available, because obviously Portal event characters are supposed to be newer characters, supposed to be on older variants, which is fine. But like, at least give players the power to pick the variants and the cards they would like to go for out of a variety, right? That way we can actually kind of like be excited to go for these variances. Because, like, they just not been hitting... They just have not been hitting those spots. I think the Doxy one was decent, but she's not very good. But the card art was at least decent. The other two in there were just kind of like, if you like them, you like them. I'm just... It's hard to get hyped for something to grind when the Portal event characters aren't really hype, you know? It's just, you'll get your Series 4 pack and your event card, and you're like, well... that's that. So hopefully they take the feedback and do something with it. I think it'd be a better way to have the community, look forward to something. Okay, so Selene, is she worth it? If you like the idea of running like no ability decks and you like the way she looks, you like the way that you might be able to use her, I think she might be worth it. All right, I think she might be worth it. Now, that being said, prep yourself, because there's going to be a lot of things dropping after her that you may want to grab, potentially, depending on your playstyle. At the end of the day, Marvel Snap's all about your personal playstyle, so if you like rocks, then go for it. This is your time to shine. Caliban was decent. I skipped him. He's just Omega Sentinel, but 3,000 extra coins or something like that. So like, yeah. So we also have this bundle coming out sometime soon, which is going to be Misery and Phoenix Force. I only mention this because I think Misery may be a card you may use of this deck. So I'm just throwing out there that you could probably snatch this bundle up. Maybe. There's another one that I wanted to talk about, but I lost it. And it's actually in here somewhere. Let me find it. It's a gold bundle. This one right here. This one. If you have 5,000 gold, it's your time to shine. This bundle is going to be worth it 100%. I will be picking this one up myself. If you have 5,000 gold, this bundle will be worth it. You're going to get 4,500 tokens as a cherry on top, 310 boosters, and, the card. This is nice because this will allow you to also hit, if not pretty close to getting an extra 3,000 collector tokens if you have your credits, because you're going to be able to boost her up twice to infinite, which is pretty good when it comes to the jump on your collector's level. So this bundle is worth it 100%. I think she's a good card. I think this bundle is a good card for value for 5,000 gold if you've been sitting on gold. So, and there's not really many things coming out between now and late. Like, there's not many things coming out. We have like a Weapon X or X23 bundle coming out, but it's like not as good as this one. So this bundle's good. We talked about that. We also have Gambit coming around next month in a bundle if you missed him. I think he'll be part of this rock deck, so if you missed him, if you don't get him in your top rotation by then, this is an optional one. I'm not going to recommend buying bundles, but if you like Gambit, you have your chance to get them if your daily shop is hating on you. And then, if you're unsure about Selene, don't worry. About a month out, she'll also be in her own bundle, so if people are using her still, she's still good. If she didn't rotate back in the shop or get rotated to the seasonal shop, or if you didn't pull her from the seasonal packs, which I wouldn't summon in right now, I don't think they're worth it, you could pick her up too if you want to spend the money. Choose wisely. Right? Okay, let's talk about cards that are coming. Yeah, cards that are coming. So, can I go to schedule? And then April. Perfect. Foresight. We love it. Strife looks like he's going to be the Battle Pass card. Wolverine, Horseman of War. He may be the super premium. I don't know. It's hard to tell. These next set of cards are interesting, to say the least. I do not dare call any of them bad, because obviously buffs are a thing. Insabaner got a buff. He's so bad. But, he's RNG. Wolverine, however, is interesting. Now, I think he looks weak on paper. As a 4/3, that gives you a total of 9 power. So he's technically a 4/9 because he's giving your other locations 3+ power. When you hit his objective, which is this card has 5 or more power, give one of your cards at each location 3+ power. I think this is an okay ability. I think it's on the lower end of like how good it is. However, Ramp is very scary to make strong. They had to nerf Maverick because of this reason, so I think he might be fine. Potentially. If not, they'll probably just buff his power up, which is probably all they really need to do if he's underperforming. But we'll see. I'm not sure if I'm going to pick up Wolverine. I'm definitely considering it. I like Wolverine. I'm a big fan of Wolverine. Weapon X Wolverine. It's really cool. He's interesting to say the least. These other cards coming, they seem like they're okay. Having the ability to give something +2 power, cost 1 less, and also copy it is very interesting. Techno Organic Virus is also interesting to me because it's an ongoing card that's going to give you power, and then you get another copy to your hand, so you can just keep ramping your power. It's going to get pretty pricey after a while, but seems interesting. Also, is that Cable? I think that's Cable. I'm interested in this one. Not sure if I'll pick it up, but I'm definitely interested in it. We also have another limited time event. Create a 1-cost card at another location. Increase the cost of each time you're winning here as the turn starts. So if you're winning on a location with him, every turn you're winning that location, I think the created card cost just goes up by 1. So I think that's how that works. Before you activate them, that is. We have Archangel, Horseman of Death. Your cards are destroyed 4 times. Resurrect one of them here with +4 power. Honestly, very interesting. Very interesting. This one is also interesting. Polaris, Horseman of Pestilence. Cards in play are inflicted with -5 power. Put a card here from your hands. Here. This one is a little bit different than this bozo here, and I'll explain why that is. She's going to be put into an Afflict deck. Afflict definitely needs buffs. This is something that definitely does help Afflict out. I think the way this card is going to be utilized is going to be quite smart, because when I look at this card, I'm like, who can really utilize this? Phantom X. I think Phantom X is like gonna love this. I also think normal Afflict decks is going to love this, because you're not, when you play an Affliction deck, you want just to play your cards out, right? They're not like in any order. Well, I guess they're kind of depending on the order, but they're really expensive to get out, so having a way to cheat some of these cards out, except for Hazmat. I think Hazmat's the one exception where you probably don't want to cheat her out too soon, because she's on reveal and you want to make sure the board's filled. But cheating out like a Diamondback, cheating out Ajax, cheating out things like that could be pretty cool. I think this is someone that I'm interested in, and I probably am going to pick up try to test her with Phantom X, because it just says cards in play are afflicted with -5 power. Put a card here for me. Now, I don't know if that means 1 card. Does that mean I have to run like a Kid Sentinel, or sorry, Omega Sentinel, or do I have to run Caliban to like do this? Like, because like Phantom X will only take away 2, and then you also add in Diamondback. There's only 4. You still missing 1. You can use Meru, try to hit the target. It'd be easier with like Omega Sentinel, because then you're guaranteed to like proc something -7, and then she procs right away. Or is it just overall? Like, if it's overall, this would be a card I'd be interested in running in Phantom X to see if it works. I think it's a cheap card. 2/2 is fine, and I think the effect can be pretty strong depending on what you pull out. It just kind of depends. So I'm interested in this card. I don't know how good it's going to be, but to me, like in a normal Affliction deck, this will be something that will probably slot in pretty easily due to the fact that you are able to pull out something onto your field, which is not a bad thing. Cheating one thing out on the field when the deck kind of wants things to be cheated out could be pretty good. We have this one as well. This is like the next card that I'm really interested in, which is Storm, Horseman of Famine. It's going to come later in April, so this is scheduled for the end of April, and so does this. They're back-to-back. This is tough. Storm, Horseman of Famine. I'm not the biggest fan of skipping turns on purpose, but I think turn 3 is a decent way to play if you design your deck around it, especially if you're like trying to ramp, because like most of your stuff is going to be pretty pricey anyway, except for like Agony and whatnot. Like Agony's cheap. Surge, but like she's going to give you +2 or +2 power to your hand and your board if you skip 2 turns, essentially, and with spent energy. So if you skip turn 1 and turn 2, boom, Storm's gonna be activated, and just ramp your hand and your field up, which could be pretty solid, depending on when you play her. Could be pretty solid. I think this is something I'm interested in. And yeah, that's everything else. So yeah, there's a lot of cards coming in that are interesting. The month after this one, I think it's May. No, my bad. This would be June. No. Yeah. May? Yeah, May, my bad. The Daredevil season. I don't know how I feel about all this season. I feel like this season is going to be a weaker season due to the fact of how these Daredevil cards are kind of turning out the shape. That being said, not all the cards in here are bad. I think Muse is going to be pretty good. I think Bullseye, Lady Bullseye is going to be pretty good. But the rest of them, I'm not sure how I feel about them. Also, Daredevil being a season pass, it's going to be a little weird. Selene will definitely work with him because you want to play demons. Or technically, you want to play something that's high power, so ramping would be. I don't know. His deck's gonna be weird. So yeah, the season after is gonna be a little weird. Muse is someone I'm looking forward to. Lady Bullseye is one I'm looking forward to. But like, we have a while until this hits, so you can kind of pick and choose what you want in the current upcoming season. And I think there's a few cards in here that might pique interest. No, I don't think all of them are must summons. I think most of them are like going to be situational, depending on how you want to play. But you know, the foresight's there. You can kind of see how they're going to look before they get changed. Like, if they're bad, they'll probably get buffed. I assume if Wolverine underperforms, he might get a buff. You know, if Strife is overperforming, he'll get a nerf. Just hypothetically, I don't know if he's going to be good or not. But yeah, so we'll see. But that's going to be it, guys. Let me know in the comments below who you're interested in. I think I've already named the couple that I'm interested in. Pestilence, Famine, or I should say Polaris, Storm are the two big ones I'm interested in. I might consider picking up Wolverine. And then at the end of this month, I may pick up Selene. But I don't think I'm going to go Ramatoots. Ramatoots. I don't know. He's weird. So there's probably like 4 cards in here that I may consider picking up. So just a thought. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And yeah, make sure you guys pick this bundle up on the 26th. I think it's going to be, if you have 5,000 gold to help you out with sniping some cards and also boosting your collector level. So, yep, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later. Peace.